Hello and welcome to part 3 of my Luthor Harkon Immortal Empires playthrough. Last episode we were forced into a non-aggression pact with the Skaven down here because the Lizardmen decided to declare war on us, so we have taken over most of the mosquito swamps. Of course the Skaven owns the last part, but that's fine because for now we have some peace, but we do have more lizards to the west and more to the south, which really want us dead. So this episode we're going to be moving on westwards and dealing with Gorok over here. But before we do that, we have the first name of one of our heroes here. So if we go into Luthor's army, if we go to our gunnery white, I forget how to rename. How do we rename? Down here. There we go. Rename. So Mason Bryan is no longer Mason Bryan. We have a noob firewalker because one of you said that you liked to pretend to throw grenades when you were younger, so my gunnery white also has grenades. It's a good fit. So welcome to the army, noob firewalker. We could actually give you a talisman, some fire resistance. In fact, I'm going to do that. Here, have some fire resistance as a welcome gift to the army. I mean, you're already in the army, but you know what I mean. So, the plan is to go west today. First, we've got some buildings we can build. Well, not really, because we only have 800 gold. Also, I really think before we go west, we should get some carronades. Luthor's already moved this turn. How much is a carronade unit to recruit? We can't recruit when on force march. Okay, never mind. Any diplomacy we can do? Not right now. So it looks like that could be an end turn. Maybe we can go and get this treasure too on the way to fight Gorok. We also need to build up this settlement, but I don't think I'm in a rush to do so. Let's end our turn. There we go, turn 19 already. So if we take Luthor off of force march because we do want to do some recruitment, and let's bring him all the way over here. And noob firewalker, you also got a rank up. Let's go. What's utility belt? Minus 15% cooldown to crackle fruit and pyromaniac. There you go, that's your grenade. And ability number of uses +1 for crackle fruit. There we go, that's very fitting. So more grenades and more often. Very nice. So how much is a carronade unit? Because they have anti-large and armor piercing 700 each. I can afford to get 3 of them, and I think I will. So which do I want to get rid of here? Maybe some handgunners? Oh, I don't know, it's a hard decision. Maybe 3 cannon units is a little excessive. Maybe 2 is okay? Yeah, I think I'll go for 2. So if we disband these 2 just level 1 units, and then let's get 2 carronades into the army. Very nice. Let's see, can we build anything else? I think we're going to wait for this building. Winds of Magic Power Reserve change. Minus 10% when increasing. Miscast base chance and spell resistance. Is that enemies? All armies, all characters, all armies. But if we plan to use Luthor to cast magic, I don't think that's a very good building. We'll see. So that's okay for now. Can we build anything in this province? I think... okay, no, we're just short on gold. That's fair enough. Can Luthor build anything? No, okay. Let's go ahead and end our turn once again.
You must be eager to become fish food.
Wait, Count Noctilus has declared war on me? I thought we were good. Okay, everyone wants a bit of Luthor, I guess. They disappeared. The populace in one of your settlements is gradually vanishing. On certain nights, whole ghettos or districts are left abandoned. The only clue for the remaining denizens is a triangular symbol daubed on a nearby gate or wall. -10 growth. A triangular symbol? Is that Skaven? I don't actually know. I'm not... Although I find Warhammer Fantasy Lore super fascinating, there's so much of it that there's still a lot I need to learn. I tend to just read the lore, the character, when I play them. So we're doing this one here. Not all wonders are created by gods themselves. Some are mortal creation, wherein lies what you seek. Oh, pieces of 8. I forgot about these as well. Right. Can I just come here and dig?
Found the way.
Will I get the
Give me a real challenge.
treasure hunt failed? Okay, I really need to go over here, I guess. Right, we're gonna damage our relations with Cinch now as well. Big brain play. We have some extra treasury. We could get more income, which would help us going into the future, or we can get the tier 3 settlement here. It also gives us income, but let's go for the income building here first, because I feel like we do need gold. And Gorok is over here with a 4 stack, so I don't think we're gonna level up this settlement at all. I actually think we're in big trouble. We can't perform any rites. No. This would be a nice one, but we need 3,500 gold for this. Where's our offices here? Yeah, we still don't... Required rank 5. Oh, that's for lords. Maybe we could raise a second army? I recruit a lord here. Lore of the Deep I like a lot. So what's the difference between Vampire Fleet Admiral? Oh, it's just male and female, I think. Oh no, one's anti-large and aquatic, and one's melee, one's missile. Okay, I think we actually want a melee lord. So he has the trait Murderer. Gain loyalty from defeating enemy army and wounding killing. Okay. Extra loyalty gained following a battle. Enemy leadership -3. Or we can get Intriguant. Gain loyalty from ambush and lightning strike battles. Loyalty decline rate is lowered and ambush success chance. I think Murderer is better? Question mark. We got the Law of Death and also Law of Vampires. I like the Law of the Deep. Just the ship spell is insane. So let's get Jimbo Sawyer. Let's recruit him. And let's start off with maybe getting some carronade units. I'm not too sure. We don't have a lot of gold this turn, so actually I might just... Oh well, we don't have enough for a lot. Oh, we have bomber units. For now, let's just get one carronade unit. And end our turn. Okay, Gorok is attacking us with a decisive defeat. We're gonna auto-resolve that and sadly lose the settlement.
You Skaven are a scourge on this world. A bit like me.
Military access, and they will also give us 200. Do you know what? I'm okay with that. I think we're gonna have to get in line with the Skaven, for real. Fleshy Fortune, ahoy there! We have come across an enemy encampment devoid of life and littered with corpses. Half-devoured bodies are scattered about the clearing. The fallen dead were elite riflemen. Surely one among them will be of use to us, or perhaps we should seek out the creature that caused this massacre. So we can get another Gunnery White, or we can get a Mournghoul Hunter. A Mournghoul Hunter. Fearsome creatures of the night, the very stuff of nightmares. Mournghoul Hunters strike fear into the hearts of their hopeless prey. we already have a gunnery white. And I do want to experiment with all of the troops we have. So let's go with a Mongol Haunter. It's not Hunter, it's Haunter. Disaster, we have lost Axolotl to Gulruk of Itza. Sadly so, but there's no way we were going to deal with that. Can we see what his army is yet? No. This really scares me when I see a full stack of unknowns. So, if Luthor, if you can... What do I need to go into this? Nothing, it just consumes all movement, okay. If I go as close to this marker as I can, and then I dig. There we go, we got it. The deckhands were digging all through the night, till a rusty spade clanked against an old chest buried in the dirt. The treasure has been found, 1,000 gold. Very nice. Oh, we got a new one! Whilst the flora of the world is exquisite in its danger and beauty, it has always been the fauna that poses the greatest threat. Where's this one? Okay. We plan to invade here, so it's not too far away. I like that. Luthor's spent for the turn. Where's our... Oh, he's... Wait, is he a legendary lord? Or... Oh no, scavenge, okay. Increases the income of post-battle loot. Right, let's put you into his army. Good old Jimbo here. And let's get one more carronade unit and 2 mortars. That should be our artillery for this army. And can we build anything? I don't think we want to, because we want to build up this army here. To try and deal with this. We're going to need to bring Luthor back down to help us on this as well. So let's go ahead and end the turn. So we have 199 legendary lords left. Or not legendary lords, factions left. We finally dipped under 200. Technology researched. Leaving residue inside a cannon between battles is a surefire way of blowing yourselves up. A good maintenance schedule guards against this. Minus 15% upkeep for mortar, carronade, deck gunners, and queen best. Very nice, that helps us quite a bit now. And a new personality. One of Luthor's more extreme personalities has temporarily seized control of his shattered mind, granting him the use of a spell for a short time. Oh yes, this is my favourite one. It may not be long until another personality takes over, however. Luthor Harkon gains the trait, the Bad. Oh, it's not the spell I thought. But we get plus 15% weapon strength, but minus 15% missile strength. That's fine, because we like to use him in melee. We get the spell Kraken's Pool, but with a plus 50% cooldown. It's a vortex spell. Very nice. I haven't tried this one before, so that would be interesting to see what it does. Now, he is all the way up here. I wonder if is it quicker to sail down here? He can't actually get in the water, can he? No. Or are we going to have to force march down here? I feel like we're gonna have to force march down here. So let's do this. We'll meet up with good old Jimbo here. Meanwhile, Jimbo could do with some more units. Wait, can we not recruit melee here? We don't have a melee building. Are you crazy? I didn't build melee. Okay, right. So we'll hire some melee units next turn. But this turn, I'm thinking of maybe getting some bomber units. I really like the idea of these. They're cheap as well. Why has my upkeep gone up? No idea. But let's get some bombers. Do we want 2 or 3 copies of this unit? Let's go for... Do you know what? Let's go for 3. I'm feeling brave today, and we'll get a new reset. Which is... What's this? Throwing bombs. Grants the throwing bombs banner to your faction. Bonus versus large plus 20. Could be good to put on a carronade, or we could just go over here, get some extra ammunition, or armor piercing missile damage. Grants a powder monkey follower to your faction. Armor piercing missile damage plus 15%. Again, so it stacks. Well, that's plus 20%. We could get some range. Plus 15% range for zombie, pirate, gunnery mob, and deck droppers. Or plus 10%. I guess we go for the plus 15% range. There we go. Let's take this one. I'm just maxing the gunpowder tree first before we move on. It's probably not the most optimal way of playing, but it's the way I want to play, so that's what we're doing. So, old Jimbo down here. The scary thing here as well is obviously Jimbo isn't leveled and Gorok is level 8. What level is Luthor? Level 9, so should be fairly balanced here. This Lizardman faction has constructed a star chamber and performed a rite of awakening. A Slam Mage Priest is now ready to lead an army. Cult of Sotek. You're not Sotek, are you? You're Itza. I always get a bit confused there. So, what are we doing? We are struggling on gold a little bit though. I'm scared of making this army too big. We could do this too, but it's... it costs more gold, okay. We're not in a big rush, right? We need a front line, so let's get 3 of these.
My madness is not weak.
If Luthor can work his way down here, that would be very nice too. This army should not be a worry if we have 2 armies to deal with it. At least, that's what I'm hoping. Also, Gorok really did us a favour by taking the Blood Swamps, because we did have the non-aggression pact with this guy, so it does help us quite a bit. Let's go ahead and end the turn again. A new plague among us, Pox Marsh. Exploring too deep into an ancient cave system, a forager unwittingly brings back with them a Hitherto unknown and devastating disease, one which now spreads like wildfire throughout the populace. Beware the coughing, spurn the sneezing, run screaming from the feverish. We're zombies, come on! We're already undead. We can't catch a cold. We get Nurgle Corruption plus 5 Nurgles here? Wait, I know Cinch is here. Oh, wow, Cinch really is here. They're expanding. I don't think they like us either. Minus 89 next turn. Oh, boy. I think we're going to have another war declared against us very soon.
Yes?
Right, let's force march you here.
Keep up now.
And we're going to get you moving here. How do I know if you have reinforcements? Okay, you can go to about...
I am the pirate.
Yep, that's fine. Right, Jimbo, we need some more units for you. I think I'm going to go for the long-range handguns here. Let's get 3 of those. And basically almost have a full stack on our second army here. Of course, we have all of these units with Luthor. And these turns are flying through. We're about to go to turn 25, but we should have a battle soon to keep things interesting. As you can see there, Gorok has retreated to Axolotl, so he definitely saw us coming and didn't want any of that. So let's bring Luthor down here. He should be in range to attack this next turn. And we will bring in Jimbo right behind. I don't think we need to recruit any more for Jimbo. In fact, we don't really have the income to support any more units, which is a little worrying, but hopefully if we capture a few more settlements, we can fix the gold. Yeah, running 2 armies is very expensive, but I feel like we kind of need it because the amount of people declaring war, and in fact, I just realized they have a second stack over here. If we look at Gorok's army, he does have a Bastillodon with a Revivification Crystal. I've never played the Lizardman, so no idea what that is, but it sounds scary. So let's go ahead to turn 26 now.
You must be eager to become fish food.
Count Noctilus declared war against us. And then a few turns later has offered a peace treaty and 450 gold. I mean, sure. I never wanted a war with you right now anyway, but thank you for the free gold. The man's crazier than Luthor. Sword of Cain claimed. The Sword of Cain has been claimed by another. Doom stalks the world once more unless you can wrest it from them. So, I didn't know Sword of Cain was in Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires, so it's nice to see that return. I never actually got it in Warhammer 2, so maybe we can do a campaign where our quest is to get the Sword of Cain. But more importantly, or more immediately, Gorok has advanced back to the Blood Swamps, so he wasn't too scared of my... Wow, those... Unit rank 5? Rank 4? Do we even have any rank 4 units? We don't. So, the time has come for the first battle of this episode. And it might be our biggest battle yet. So let's go and encircle this with Luthor. There we go. And then if we bring good old Jimbo in here as a support, we should be able to win this battle. So if we go back to Luthor, attack, a valiant defeat. They have shields for... What? I don't know why they have shields. Okay. But it's okay. We have plus 14 leadership too. Jimbo here. He's a newbie. Oh, we can't give him leadership. Oh, it's because he's not in my army. Okay. Noob Firewalker, have some leadership. I don't even know if we need it. But if we go here, see what I was meant to do last time, which is why I had to reload. I was going to hit the scout terrain, but I accidentally hit auto-resolve. There's only... Okay, there's 4 entrances, but it seems like a very small settlement, so towers are going to be a problem. And if we actually look at Gorok, he has 2 of his equipments, which is kind of scary. So, without further ado, let's go into what I think is going to be the biggest battle we've done yet. So here we go for the first battle of today's episode, and arguably the biggest battle or siege we've done so far. As you can see, we've got Luthor's army here, all of his artillery, his gunmen, his zombies just all charging in from this side. And then later on we will have his second army reinforcing from this flank. But the enemy have a lot of units in here with a lot of shields, so we will see if Luthor can bring the fight and make this a successful siege. The AI was not predicting a good outcome for us. But Luthor and New Wildfire here leading the charge into the settlement. No fear, as the skinks fire off a volley almost instantly. And as we can see, Luthor firing off his magic, his Kraken, dealing a lot of damage there to the enemy. Our animated Hulk's already getting into the battle. Luthor here, firing off a shot of his pistol. Mortar fire also coming in. It's a good start from Luthor here. Very good start. It's the lizards running away. But an animated Hulk. Oh, has he got back up? No, he's going down as we throw a debuff on the enemy. And as you can see, they got a dinosaur coming in the background. This thing is insane. It gives all of their units shields and it can heal and regenerate them. It's, yeah. It's crazy. But we have an undead horde. And just look at this. Already, Luthor learned from his last siege. He's not wasting any time getting all of his zombies in to join the battle. The more swords, the better. And the animated hulks, really, it's because they're so big, they're actually attracting a lot of the missile fire. So it's not so good here as their dinosaur also comes in to join the front line. Mortars causing a bit of friendly fire. But as you can see down here, all of our gun units waiting. There's all of our artillery. We've got our carronade units. We've got our mortars. I think at some point we do actually tell the carronades to focus on the dinosaur. See the enemies over here. Really unchallenged. We've got a few gun units through to target them, but it's not doing too much right now. Just look at the sea of blue. Just absolutely crazy. I've always struggled fighting lizardmen in Warhammer 2. And I think it's continuing in Warhammer 3, but we're trying our best here. You can see throwing down some debuffs on the enemy. The mortars still crashing in. I think we killed a lot of our own zombies with mortar. Like, yeah, that's just pure friendly fire. Luthor needs to take control of his mortars a bit more carefully. But I can imagine it can't be easy controlling thousands of zombies all at the same time. You see, basically aiming for the dinosaur. It's a very scary threat for us. If we hop over to the other flank, you can see our Haunter here leading the charge. His undead horde behind him. Or not his undead horde, but rather this guy here. Just not as fast as the Haunter. And then you can see all of his zombies in the background. Similar to Luthor, plenty of gunpowder units. Also got some artillery. We've got some mortars, some carronades. So they will lead a flank as Luthor deals with all of the dinosaurs on this side. Or all of the lizards, I should say. Look at the background scenery. Isn't it beautiful? So, mortar fire still going off over here. The carronades don't actually look to be firing at the moment. I don't know if that's a line of sight issue. But you can see here, the gunnery right has advanced and decided to throw a grenade. I really needed him to deal with these enemies on this flank because they were getting in a lot of damage. But it does look like we're losing a bit of ground here. There's plenty of dead lizards on the floor, but if we go over here, also plenty of dead zombies. As we can see, Luthor right in the middle here. Not scared to just get stuck into melee combat no matter how many enemies there are. The mortar fire just crashing in. I think he actually decides to redirect the mortar fire eventually to the enemies he's fighting because it's just a massive sea of lizards here. And there we go, we can see Luthor casting some magic. Here comes the Kraken. Just look at the carnage it's causing. It's absolutely insane. The lore of the deep spells looks so cool. And you see all the blood it caused. But it does look like we're being pushed back. It doesn't look like we've been too successful on our initial assault. The dinosaur here even coming down the steps. Which is a bit worrying because we really don't want him to get onto our artillery unit. That would be really troubling. And you see our gunnery white is also retreating here. Luthor is also retreating. I think at this point he had, 500 HP, so for the safety of his entire army he had to retreat because if he dies then everything dies. And a noob firewalker with 76 HP there. He was lucky to get out alive. You can see them both retreating. Moving in our handgun unit to hopefully hold the stairs to prevent any enemies coming down. If we go over to this flank, our units are finally entering the settlement. These guys have been engaging for quite some time now. If we take a look at the Haunter, look at those arms, their reach. You wouldn't want to enter a boxing match with him. But again, such a cool unit. I really just love the unit variety. Look at that. You definitely wouldn't want to face that in the battle. But the lizards are sending reinforcements in the background. We also have our reinforcements. We go over here. Our zombies engaging in melee. Luthor might have failed his first attack, but we do have the second attack on this flank. So we can see our bomber units throwing some grenades, causing a ton of damage to the enemy. They're just dropping like flies. I think the lizards are changing their focus here. The knockdown on the grenades is insane, but of course we would want more kills. Doing a very good job over here. Looks a lot more promising than Luthor's battle. Speaking of which, we go back over here. Let's see how he's doing, and you can see the dinosaur is actually going for a flank. He's decided that he's not needed over here anymore. And same with these lizards. It looks like we are retreated to outside the settlement now. Just a single gun unit holding the stairs as Luthor releases another Kraken. I can't help but feel that this side is basically lost. Luthor just trying to distract as many of the lizards as possible so that his supporting army can do some damage on the other side. See the lizards charging out. They're not scared. But with the combination of gunpowder and mortar, it looks like we're going to be able to hold them off. Although they have reached us. And now we're engaged in melee. It's not too promising. But they've decided they don't want any of that. Just look at the sea of bodies. Insane amount of deaths here. So, coming back over to our supporting army. The dinosaur here is making his way. It won't be too long before he's supporting his troops. And he really helped win the other side. But we look here. We've defeated one unit. It's looking good for us. These lizards are on the retreat. But we do look to be stuck in a bit of a pincher maneuver here. And for some reason, our carronade unit's also engaging in melee. The AI is a bit buggy here. They had ammo, so I don't know why they engaged in melee. And by the time I realized, it was, yeah, a bit too late. But I do manage to turn them around in time to see the dinosaur. Hopefully they can do some damage to it, but it looks like the AI is still bugging out a little bit. Can we get some shots off? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. We hit his tail. So he comes charging in. Just absolute carnage. And our zombies actually begin to crumble here. Our grenade units with the friendly fire. At this point, we're just focusing everything on this big guy because he's just invincible. We just can't take him down no matter what we throw at him. He just still stands. see the mortar fire coming in too. If we go back over here, just a sea of dead enemies. And the lizards actually turned back around, the ones that were running. But we have made them flee again. So hopefully chasing them off for good. And if we head back over to this side of the siege, it looks like we're about to lose on this flank too. You can see Gorok here. An absolute unit. This guy is incredibly tanky. Just one shot to the zombie. There we go. And Luthor decides that it's not worth it. He knows the day is lost. Like many times before, he's been defeated by the lizard men. As he tries to save his last remaining troops. The enemy's still firing upon us. But yeah, it is not a good day for the vampire coast here. And there we have it, the first defeat of Luthor's Immortal Empires campaign. That was brutal. We ended up losing 3,000 units in the end. We did manage to kill 1,800 of the enemy, but those shields were just way too much for us to deal with. I mean, look at our mortars, each getting 200 kills each. Luthor got 200 kills, but it just wasn't enough. So Luthor is going to have to go away and then hopefully rebuild his army stronger. So it's said that the battle ended in a draw, which was, I think Luthor definitely lost that one. As you can see, a lot of our units are wiped out now. We lost a mortar unit, we lost a carronade unit. Old Jimbo here actually died. It's just not a good day at all. But I think it's good that we have some losses in the campaign too. I'm not the best Total War player, and I think it adds a bit more to the story. A bit more of a challenge, so let's end up this one. And duty calls killed in action. Oh, I really don't want to hire a new lord, to be honest. But we're going to have to. You were the murderer guy, right? Extra lord to gain following a battle. Sure, I will hire you for now. Is there a cheaper option? No. Let's go with this guy. Although I think I'm going to transfer everyone to Luthor's army, because the thing I'm scared about now is he still basically has a full stack of damage units. We need to kill this. This is insane. He still has a full stack. And I'm not sure if we can make it away in time. I think we can. No, we can't even full march.
Death is at the door.
Wait, can I not move?
What is your demand? Following orders.
So we can move good old Vinny here. Ah, break the siege, that's what we want to do.
Fight another day.
Killed in battle, Jimbo Sawyer. Surely a cruel jest by the gods. Jimbo Sawyer has been killed in the battle at the Blood Swamps. Oh, that was brutal, I'm telling you. Yeah, let's force march with Luthor. Try and bring him to safety at least, because we do have this rank 5 mortar here.
Standing by.
I don't think he has any movement left, right? So hopefully if they do come out and attack us, they attack Vinny. And they don't attack Luthor. Although I don't feel like we're going to be that lucky. Can we at least raise some dead so we have a chance? No, because we have nothing in the treasury. Oh boy. We have a notification here. Oh, damaged buildings. I'm not too bothered about this, to be honest. So if we skip ahead there and end turn, let's see if they attack us. Hopefully not. So Gorok has ridden out to fight Vinny. We're going to auto-resolve this because we just have no chance at all to defeat that army. They've even got a blessed Stegodon now. Oh dear.
Time for battle, not defeat. Get us out of here.
Oh, I really don't want Luthor to be involved in this. I think I'm going to fight this just so that I can retreat with Luthor's forces straight away. So let's go ahead and do this. So here we go. After our failed siege, Gorok has caught up to us and is attempting to wipe out the last of our force. We do not have much over here. A few mortar units, a carronade unit, a few animated hulks, and of course because they're the ones that attacked us we can't retreat, so right now it is the last stand, fighting to the death. The lizards really just wiping us out here. It's, yeah, I can understand they're angry, but good old Luthor here in search of the artifact to fix his shattered mind. See our animated hulks going straight into the battle. They're not scared. They know what this means and they're going into it with no fear at all. And they are gone. So we do have some gunpowder units. As we see the carronades firing into the crowd. And Luthor's about to cast a Kraken spell. Boom. Just look at that. Insane stuff. And a mortar. Oh, and another one. Just to make sure. So our artillery here was actually doing quite a good job despite being heavily outnumbered. But Gorok going in to challenge Luthor one-on-one. Some skinks in the background. Our artillery completely defenseless. We're just focusing everything on Gorok now, hoping that maybe, just maybe, we can kill him and have half a chance. As Luthor throws a debuff. We go behind us. Our mortars now unable to fire because they're engaged in melee combat. Noob Firewalker there buffing himself, trying to help out. As Luthor fires off another Kraken spell, trying his absolute best here. Giving it everything he has. And the warriors now breaking off from Luthor and charging into our artillery. But they have a change of mind. Ah, no, they're taking on Noob Firewalker, who goes down. And now it just seems to be our artillery units left fighting to the death. As you can see, they're beginning to crumble. And that seems to be them completely wiped out. So, as you saw, we were unable to retreat in that battle because they're the ones that declared the battle there. They attacked. We did manage to kill 237 of them, but ultimately they did wipe out both of our armies. So now we're in a bit of trouble. Hopefully they don't advance onto our main province. Otherwise that could be the end of this series already. But I'm sure Luthor will rise again with a bigger and stronger army. This Lizardman faction has constructed a star chamber and performed the Rite of Awakening. A Slam Mage Priest is now ready to lead an army. Oh, killed in battle. Len Draken fought our new Haunter Vinny Halfmast also died in the battle. But we did manage to take a... Oh no, they stole our potion of healing. Oh, that's scary. Gorok is now going to have healing. And Luthor Harkon has been wounded and must take time to recover. Ooh. And, geez, it just adds on and on. The Scheme of Doom performed. This Skaven faction has performed the Scheme of Doom. A special warlock engineer has been summoned capable of causing a powerful earthquake in an enemy settlement. Hopefully that's not us. And the Sword of Cain has been claimed once again. So, that is a bit of a problem. How many turns before I can recruit Luthor? 4 turns. Okay, so next episode we're going to recruit a new lord, build an army ready for Luthor's return. Now, it is a bit of a setback, but just like in the lore of Luthor in Warhammer, he doesn't give up easily. He's going to come back stronger and he's going to beat the lizards. He doesn't know how yet, but it's going to be great. We're going to upgrade, get some higher tier units, and really take the fight to them. But that's all I have time for today. If you did like the video, then make sure to hit the like button. Also, comment any suggestions or feedback down below if you have any tips for the campaign, because as you just saw, I could definitely use some tips, especially fighting lizard men. And again, if you have any name suggestions, then leave them in the comments below as well. But until next time, when we take the fight to the lizardmen, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.